Sorry about the humming in the background. It's so hot here, I can't turn that air conditioner off. All right, here's my dot journal that I made last week. I love it, and I haven't put anything in it yet. Well, I decided to do today's video and put something in this instead of on my scroll. So I wanted to show you, but instead of putting it at the end of the video like I usually do, I'm putting it at the beginning. So here's my book. Love this book. If you haven't watched this video yet, you should run over there right now. It was such a simple make. So I didn't put the piece that I made today right in the beginning. I'm not sure what I want to do with the first few pages, and I don't care if things get mixed up. So this is the piece that I made today, and it's going on this page. It's not sewn in yet. It's a piece of feed sack. I'm going to stitch it onto there, and I love it. And I was thinking, you see it hangs off the page a little bit, and I love that. I love all this magagi hanging out the side. I am so excited about this journal. You have no idea. So let's get started on the video. It's a little bit different. I'm doing a voiceover, and you'll see and understand everything in a minute. See you next week. This week's video is going to be a voiceover, but I'm here right now. I'm right here. And I just wanted to tell you quickly what I'm doing. I'm going to put a flower on this, and you're going to hear that in a second, but I'm sorry for the glare from the ring light. Take a picture. This is my iPad. Take a picture, lay it out, take a picture, and just set it right next to yourself so that you can, once you move this off your cloth, you can reposition them again. And then this little circle is just my point of reference. It's probably going to be totally covered up, and that's not a problem. Then I have 2 strands of embroidery floss in a grayish color, and yeah, I'm going to get stitching. So let's get started, and I really do look forward to hearing what you have to say about what I have to say today. So let's start on our project. Hi everyone, Jeri Bellini here. Welcome to the tiny house at the beach. Thank you for being here today. I really do appreciate you. Today's video is going to be a little patch that I'm going to make for my new dot cloth journal. Yeah, so you can make this patch and put it on your scroll if you like, but I was very anxious to put a patch in my journal. So I have a few patches that I did with Catherine, K3N, but they're home. So Brian's going to maybe bring them down next time he comes. But for the time being, I thought, I'm itching to get something in there. I'm going to make this patch. So that being said, what you're going to need for today is some cloth, whatever you want to use. And I found this little piece of gray. It's hand-dyed. I hand-dyed it a few years ago, and I thought it just would look pretty with the rest of the colors that I have. And so what I did, before I get chatting about something, what I did is I just went through my tiny scrap basket and cut out these little teardrop shapes. And I am not going to turn them under, so if you're going to play along with me, just cut them out to the size that you would like. And I would say they're probably like 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches long, and maybe, I don't know, 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch wide, just to give you an idea of the size. But cut them out whatever size you want. And I did cut out a circle for the center, but I am going to likely put some kind of embellishment on top of that. So you just need a few pieces of scrap for this project and a piece of background cloth. So I did layer mine on top of a piece of canvas. It's a lightweight canvas, and I just wanted to give it just a little stability while I was stitching. So I like to use 2 layers of background cloth when I'm stitching something on or just doing slow stitching. All right, that being said, I'm just going to be stitching on this. Just going to stitch around the outside edge, and I don't know what else I'm going to do. We'll see what happens. But I wanted to take the opportunity. It's been a really crazy week. You know, it was just the 4th of July, and normally I go home for that. But I decided to stay this year. It just gets really, really busy in the campground, and it's even hard to go out. Like, I have a golf cart, and it's even hard to ride around your golf cart, let alone a car. And the pool gets really crowded, and the lake was ridiculous. I've never seen the lake so crowded. So it was a little bit overwhelming for me. So I just kind of stayed in the house. Brian was here. He came down, and we did go to see the fireworks. That was really fun. I haven't gone to see the fireworks, oh gosh, in many, many, many years. Again, crowds. I'm not overly fond of them. But this time I thought, we would try it. So my daughters, they go to see the fireworks, and they go on the beach. And it's a really long, 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 long beach, right? Because we are at the tip of New Jersey. So it's all bay on one side of this strip that I'm on. And then on the other side, it's the ocean. We like to go to the bay. So I thought, let's try it. It was a little difficult to park, but we did find a parking spot a few blocks away, and I got a little exercise walking. And they had, the street was closed off along the beach. And it's right near, if anybody is familiar with Cape May, it was right, like the ferry is down a little further. So it's right near where the ferry picks up and drops off. And so it's called Town Bank Road, I think. Anyway, that whole road is closed off and has vendors. It was fun. It was really fun. So it was all these food vendors. Every single food you could possibly think of was there. And then they had vendors selling things like earrings and necklaces and, I don't know, soaps, candles, all kinds of stuff like that. Brian and I thought about selling our plate glass flowers there, so we wanted to check it out, but we can't because we need grass, because we have to stick our stakes into the grass. So we decided against it. Plus, we were thinking as we were walking around, most of the people are there to watch the fireworks, and so they don't want to carry a plate glass flower around. So, you have to think about that stuff when you're doing art shows. Like, where are the people coming from? Because this is a tourist town. And so it's not so much the local people that are coming to the art shows that we do. It's the tourists. And if they're out and about, they don't want to carry this heavy thing. And the stake was, we have a piece of rebar that we paint and has leaves on and stuff. Anyway, who wants to carry that stuff? So there, I just went off on a tangent. Let's call it a sidebar. Anyway, I'm doing a voiceover if you haven't noticed. And I just thought it would be best because I wanted to talk to you about something. And normally when I do my Tuesday video, I stitch and I talk at the same time. And sometimes my mind wanders away because I'm thinking about the stitching and thinking about what I wanted to say. So I thought, let me try the voiceover and see how that works. So I did want to talk to you a little bit about, let's see, how do I put this? YouTube. I want to talk to you a little bit about YouTube. So as a lot of you know, and maybe a lot of you don't know, because I have a lot of new subscribers, I did YouTube years ago, and I don't remember the year I started. I feel like it was around 2015. But I'm not sure. I could go back and look at my things because it was around the time my mom passed away. Maybe it was 2014. I know I got my camera then because, and this is another sidebar, but I know you're sitting there stitching. When I got my camera, Brian bought me this cute little Canon camera that you just held in your hand. I loved it. But I remember going over to my mom's and videoing her doing different things. She was cooking eggplant one day and I was videoing her. So it was before she passed away, and she passed away in 2015. I can surely digress. So I stopped doing YouTube about, now it's about 5 years ago, I guess. I don't know. There was a lot of reasons why I stopped. Some people had asked me in the comments why I stopped. It was really like personal reasons. it was just different people that I was involved with. And I don't know, I was just a little disappointing. Like, I was a little disappointed with some how can I say this without being impolite? Just the relationships, some of the relationships that I had just weren't for me. They weren't the same mindset as me. And so that's another thing. It's a sidebar here. Surround yourself with like-minded people. And you're not going to agree with everyone, but you do want to have your basic moral values the same, because when you don't, it's not good for you. You're on a certain path, so to speak, and so I think it's best to just surround yourself with like-minded people. Yeah. Tell me what you think in the comments. I really want to hear from you about what I'm about to talk about, because this is near and dear to my heart. I love my community. I started a Facebook group. If you're not involved in that, you may want to look into it. If you're not on Facebook, I totally understand. It is a lot. But my group, my community there, they are just the most wonderful people. We are like-minded people. You have to answer some questions to get in. And you have to be polite. That's really important. You have to be polite. No one has been rude. It has been really wonderful. We share our work. Everybody's sharing. I don't mind if you're crocheting or knitting or whatever it is you're doing and you want to share that, that's fine. It doesn't have to be what I'm doing on my videos. My main goal with that group is for you to be creative. I want to inspire you to be creative and to create. I want you to keep moving. So a lot of my followers are older, and a lot of you have told me in the comments that as you get older, you've lost your mojo and you're not doing anything. So this group is showing their work. It's inspiring others to pick up their needle and some thread. And if you don't have any supplies, cut up a shirt that you're not wearing and start stitching it. I mean, seriously, all you need is a needle and a thread. You can also do paper arts. I'm a big paper artist from the old days. I love to make books. I've mentioned this before. And I just did some coffee dyeing on paper. Jeri, say that 3 times fast. And it was so much fun. And of course, I made that cloth book, and it has paper and cloth in it. So I was really happy about that. But do check out that Facebook group if you have a chance. All right. Now I'm stalling. Do you notice that? I'm stalling. I don't really want to talk about this, but I really feel like I need to, because it's really bothering me. And I know you'll understand. Remember when I was talking about people making comments on my my stitches were too small? That was funny. I am so over that. So nobody makes rude comments anymore on the in the comments section. I'm sure somebody will sooner or later again, but nobody's making rude comments. Everybody's being very polite, and I really do appreciate it. All right, get to it, Jer. So I want to talk to you about plagiarism, and that is a huge word, and I don't even like to say it. So it just brings up these thoughts that are negative in my mind, and anyway, I need to talk about it because it's out there. It's out there. And I think if you've been hanging around me for a little tiny bit, if you've watched some of my videos, you know what I'm all about. I am honest and open, ridiculously so. So many of you are telling me you think I'm brave, you appreciate me talking, from the heart and all this other stuff. So I'm going to talk from the heart, and I am going to be brave. Plagiarism. When I make something on my channel, I am making it so that you can make it. I want you to make it. I want you to be inspired by what I'm making. I want you to come up with the next idea from what I'm making. I want you to just create and keep moving. I just want you to be creating and be active and have your mind going on these beautiful things that you're creating, and not all this negative things that go on in our life, these bad things that happen in our life. I want you to focus on this stuff. It really helps. It really will help you. You'll feel energized. You'll want to get up in the morning. I mean, that's how I feel. I can't wait to get out of bed and run into my room and make a video for you. I love it. I just do. I do. But now that I just explained that to you, I want you to create using my stuff. I want you to do all that stuff. And sometimes, because I had a bead store for a very, very long time. It was over a decade. And I taught classes there. And I would encourage people. So first of all, they have to learn, right? So we taught beading classes. You have to learn the stitch. I would always give we would make a bracelet, for example. And so we would be stitching on this bracelet, and, you made the bracelet. So you leave, maybe you make another bracelet just like it in a different color. Maybe make 5 bracelets. Who cares? Don't ever tell anybody that it was your idea to make that bracelet. That's where it becomes bad. But make the bracelet. Now the people in the store would start to make the bracelet. They would start to change it. They would put different this on, different that on, and they would make it their own. And it made me very happy. Occasionally, people would make the bracelet exactly the way I would make it. And, it was my original idea. And then they would go and they would sell it at an art show or something. That's not nice. That's plagiarism. Because they never said, oh, I learned this at Jeri's bead store. They would never say that. They would pretend that they thought the thing up themselves. So that's what I'm getting at. You want to share on your channel, you want to share on your Instagram or whatever social media you're on, please, I want you to share. I want you to make the things I'm making. Tag me. I'll come over and I'll say, way to go, exclamation points and hearts, But don't pretend that it's your idea. Please, it hurts me. It does. It hurts me. In many ways. It hurts my heart, is what I meant. It hurts my heart, but it also hurts my livelihood. I think I mentioned early on that I have Etsy shops, and I have to work in these Etsy shops, and I stopped working in them. My husband and I, Brian, we had a conversation, and he said, go ahead, honey, you really want to do this, go ahead and do it. So he's doing the Etsy shop. So I'm not working anymore. I'm working through YouTube. YouTube does pay me some money. I do have an Amazon affiliate, that I put in the comments, not in the comments, in the description box, and people have been using it. Thank you so much. So, I have a Ko-fi account. People have been very generous over there and supporting me, and I really appreciate it. But I do have to earn some kind of an income, or Brian's going to make me stop. He's going to make me stop, and I can't. So that was a sidebar to how it hurts me when you don't share that you got the idea from me. That's all I'm asking. Now here's how you do it. If you have a video, for example, because let's just talk about YouTube. Down in the description, you put a little @ sign and you put my name. That's all you do when you want to mention someone. And you can also put the link to their video that inspired you. You can do that too. So sometimes I do both. It just depends. But if you look down in my description box, you will see, like I mention K3N all the time, you will see a little thing in there that you can click on. It's a clickable link. When I write that @ in there and put her name, it turns into a clickable link, and you can go to her channel. I want you to go to her channel. I want to share the people that inspire me. I will do that always. I will put links there. I want you to go. And some people don't want to do that because they're afraid you're not going to come back. I am not afraid that you're not going to come back. And if you don't come back, that's okay too. This is who I am. This is what I have to do. I hope you understand this. I think you understand what I'm trying to say. So you can let me know in the comments, as always. Not everybody agrees with me, and that's fine. You can give me a thumbs down if you want to. I do receive my share of those. But it's something that I felt I had to say. So, I just had a couple of other little thoughts. I was thinking, we are called content creators because we create content to inspire you to create. We're also called influencers because we want to influence you. Now, I'm talking about how-to videos and creators. I'm not talking about other YouTube channels. But we want to influence you to think about, and in my case, think about aging creatively and being grateful and create and keep moving and share. Okay? So, that's it. I think I'm going to wrap it up. I had some other things I wanted to say, but I don't want to use those bad words that bring up these bad thoughts. I'm going to stick with that. So I'm going to end this video by telling you, as always, to keep moving, just play, no rules, and remember to be grateful for something today. I am always grateful for you, and I know you're grateful for me. I see it in the comments, and I appreciate you so much. And if there's something in particular you want me to do a video on, please let me know. I've got a list. I got one of those yellow tablets, the lines. You know what I'm talking about. The word went right out of my head. And I wrote down all the ideas. I've got 2 pages worth. So there you have it. All right, guys. I'm going to sign off. Bye for now. I love you lots. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say about all this. was different.
Yeah.
Special.
That's some